afternoon.
Hello, Robbie. How are you?
Welcome back. I'm good, thanks. How's your week?
Yeah, great week. I travelled a bit. I was interstate. Yeah, lovely restaurants in Sydney.
Every week I talk to you, you're interstate, you're travelling, you're doing this, you're up and about, you're moving around.
I can tell it puts a strain on your life.
Strain in your family, I would imagine.
Very much, because if my wife's working that week and the kids need to do things and you're not around and you feel guilty. So today I went for a bit of a walk with my daughter just to reconnect with my own family, right? Because I'm not around, right? I can go 3 or 4 days in a row interstate or overseas, but that's the life that we want, and I enjoy it.
You still manage to fit in Aussie and the Scotsman. Time for the podcast.
Time for the podcast. No one needs to hear my worries. And you, how was your week?
Good. I had an interesting, I don't know what you call it, but I'd like to know what you think. So I've moved doctors, just because the new doctor's around the corner, and it's more of a family clinic, and my wife goes to it, and she's a lovely lady, and I thought I would move, because other places 15-20 minutes away, so I moved across.
Sure.
No problem. My wife says, look, she runs a little bit late from time to time. No problem. First appointment, cancelled. First of all, she only works there, Monday and Friday.
Right.
Okay.
Sorry,
because she's
on a Monday and a Friday.
On a Friday, correct.
Oh, so two of the 5 working days. I thought you said Monday through Friday.
Monday and Friday, and then she works elsewhere, which is totally fine. So I book an appointment first thing Monday morning at 8:30. 8 o'clock, I get a message. I'm sorry, she's not working today, calling sick. No problemo. Can I make an appointment for the Friday? Now, I'm not sick. I'm just going to get, just moving over and get a wee check-up on the old blood pressure.
Sure.
Friday at 1:30, no less.
Yeah.
I get there at 1:30.
I get the sense the time means something at this point.
1:40. 1:45. The receptionist comes out and walks over to a lady opposite me with a bottle of water and says, I'm very sorry, the doctor's running late. There's 2 patients before you.
Oh,
and I'm like, hang on here, if she's before me...
Well done the maths.
Doing the maths very quickly in my head. She comes over to me, very sorry, but there's 3 people in front of you. Would you like a bottle of water? I'm like, no, thank you.
We're running 4 hours late.
I'm out of here. So I left.
Did you? So what did you say exactly?
I said, I'm sorry, I can't wait. Bye. And she's like, no problem. So I left, and I literally am 2 minutes around the corner. So what then I thought about was, next time what I'll do is I'll just call up. I'll ask if you're running late or you're not running late, and then I'll just pop in 5 minutes before.
Did you get a phone call half an hour later with, sorry, Mr. Harris?
Nothing. I did expect that.
You did what you did?
No, I did. I would have loved that. That would have been
you should have got good, decent customer service. They've done the wrong thing there.
They've done the wrong thing. So I came back that night, and I was like, went out for dinner with people, and I just had the conversation. Why is it okay to keep me waiting? Why is my time less valuable than your time? I understand emergencies happen and I understand things run over. Okay, but just give yourself longer appointment times. Give yourself a bit of space. Don't try and cram in as many people as you can. That's my first thought. But the story is not finished yet. So then, you're not even looking at me. You're looking at the camera. You lost the camera.
I don't know where I'm trying to work out where to put myself. I listen to you or listen to the camera.
So,
what do you do?
I left it a week.
You're looking at the camera, looking at me.
I'm just looking at you. I'm focused in you.
Oh, if I was on the couch, you'd look at me too. Yeah.
So I leave it a week, and then I think, look, I developed this cough, and crikey, I better go. So I made the appointment, and the appointment was at 10:30.
So you're back to the same doctor?
Back to the same doctor, yeah. Give it another chance.
Third time's a charm.
Third time lucky, 10:30. So, 10 o'clock, I get a phone call. Was it a phone call this time? Or a text message? 10 o'clock, a text message. We're very sorry. The doctor's running late. If you could please come, 20 minutes later. I thought, how lovely.
Yeah.
Because I knew not to make any appointments after that.
Conditioning the doctor.
So I thought that's very nice. Well, that should have happened before. I kid you not. 10:15. Okay, so I got the text message at 10. Come late. 10:15. The receptionist calls just to let you know she's caught up and she's now running on time. So if you could please be here at 10:30. No problem. I'm literally 2 minutes, even if that, from the doctor. I jump in my car at 10:25. Another phone call. I promise you.
You need a new doctor.
The receptionist, where are you? I'm like,
you're joking.
I promise you. I'm like, I'm 2 minutes away. Okay, the doctor's running on time. I'm like, okay. So I get there at 10:30 or 10:29. I sit down and I'm expecting within 30 seconds the doctor to come out.
She's jagged another patient.
10:50. 10:50. I get the call in. And she says, oh, I'm sorry for the last couple of times, but she's so lovely. And she's so personable and she's so thorough.
The doctor,
that it just all melted away. And in my head, in that 20 minutes, I'm thinking, how can I politely bring up...
But sorry, you haven't been in here yet. You're not in the doctor yet, are you?
No, I'm not. At 10:50, I'm now in.
Oh, sorry, you've had your appointment for the 20 minutes.
No, I was waiting 20 minutes.
Oh, sorry, that's what I'm saying. You have still not seen her yet.
No, I got there at 10:30, expecting to be seen after being told twice.
Correct. Where are you?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I'm still waiting 20 minutes.
Well, you said she's lovely. But...
And in that 20 minutes, I'm thinking, how can I broach the fact that I've been waiting, and then I've been called, and then I'm still waiting? And I was going to phrase it like this. I was going to say, just out of interest, I'm just wondering how the system works, because... I appreciate that you might run late, but I get a call to come in early, but I'm still waiting an extra 20 minutes. Can you just help me understand? But I didn't. And
I always love to have that conversation.
I know, but she was really nice, and she just spent lots of time with me, and she kind of was very engaging, which is what I hear a lot about this doctor. And she was lovely, and she spent probably more time with me than she should have.
And that's the reason why she's a good doctor, but her time management's poor.
But I think it's maybe not with all doctors, but you would expect a 15-minute delay, maybe 20. But there's some places where you can wait an hour.
Yeah, you bet.
But the text message or the call beforehand was really lovely. Unfortunately, it didn't work this time. So that was that. Is it okay to be made to wait?
It's not okay, but it's unavoidable. And we're not here to discuss the health system. But every doctor you go to, they're never running on time, and they seem to feel that their time's more important because you don't get a set spot, right? If you have a tennis lesson, it's 30 minutes. You go to see the doctor, you might be 3 hours, and all the appointments get pushed back, and there's nothing you can do about it. So, as clinical and as strict as you want to make it, and make more gaps, as you said, it's unavoidable because if they get in and they look at a rash on your skin, all of a sudden it's a lot worse. They can't. Look, you could die from that mark, but I've got 2 in the waiting room. They can't do it. Not in that field. There's nothing you can do. It's a roll of the dice. Sometimes, where the mistake was here, in my opinion, was when the receptionist rang you and said, come down. You said, I'm on my way, and they've rung you again. You want to say, are you joking that for 4 times you've done it? So I don't blame the doctor.
I think she was a new receptionist because I did go up at the 18-minute mark, and I went, really politely,
18-minute mark.
I'm just wondering. Yeah, I mean, you did call me to come down early, but I'm still waiting. She's like, I'm not sure what's going on. Because there's nobody in there, she said to me. So I think what happened is she went on her break. And then as I'm sitting waiting, I could hear them talking about, the receptionist that called me, talking to the other one about etiquette. I think she was new. So, there you go. That was just my little pet peeve for the week.
Yeah. I've got... Not similar, it's nowhere near similar, but I went No, it's not a Trump. I went to the pharmacist the other day. This is sort of in the medical field. I go to the pharmacist the other day and I asked him about something that I'm dealing with.
Tell us what it is.
Oh, it's not ideal. I'm not going to tell you on this podcast.
No one's listening or watching.
all nine listeners. And when the pharmacist got his white jacket on, you think they're close. They're not doctors, but they're close to like whatever they say is true. So because I said, can I have a quick word? He comes down the side. I said to him, how serious is this? How serious is this? And
you dropped your trousers and you had a look. Anyway, that's very serious, my friend.
So we have a proper conversation. I listened to what he said, and that was that. And you're getting the medicine, and I had to pick up something for my kid and all this. I go to pay around the front. Okay, you get the medicine in one spot, go around and pay around the front. And then a man comes through, he doesn't have the white jacket on, he gets a Pepsi Max out of the fridge, and I look at him like, that's you. Like 2 seconds ago, he's behind the counter in his white jacket, and I was thinking he's close to God. Whatever this chemist says, that's the medicine I'm going to take. And now he's finished his shift, and he's just in this green jumper. I said, first of all, it's like Superman and Clark Kent here.
Is that what you said to him?
And then I said, what, you got to buy your own drink? He goes, I only work here. Like now, most places of work would let you buy a Pepsi Max or give you a Pepsi Max, right? And he goes, "See you, mate, all the best." And out he walked. But I don't know if I've described this well. 2 seconds earlier, he could have said to me, "For you to survive what you're dealing with, you've got to cut your leg off." And with a white coat on, I would have cut my leg off.
I think it's the same in a lot of professions. You talked about pharmacy. You could be a doctor in your scrubs. When you see someone in their scrubs, you're like, "Holy shit, hey, they look fantastic." Or a judge.
And credibility goes with the uniform.
A pilot.
Hence the Aussie and the Scotsman are now podcasting in our outfits because we just look like regular Joes. But you know what I mean? Do you have that feeling?
Yes, you do. You do. When you see people out of
Context,
uniform, yeah, or with the uniform out of context, like our friend Jonty. I'm sure he won't mind us saying sometimes if he's come straight from work, he'll be in his scrubs.
Yeah.
And it looks cool.
It looks cool.
It looks sexy.
Yeah.
Gives it a lot of respect.
Yeah, sexy, but yes. Well, within 10 yards, he was same fella, and when he left getting his Pepsi Max, just like an average Joe getting a drink, I said, "What, you going to buy your own drink?" I said, "You're Superman 2 seconds ago. Now you look like Clark Kent anyway."
Yeah, it's like anyone wearing a suit as well. Like, if you don't see somebody in a suit, you see them anyway.
Yeah, it is. But I think you've had bigger muck-up than... I mean, mine wasn't a muck-up, mine was just a tail. So.
Just a tail.
All right, let's go.
Well, that ties us in really nicely.
How does it sound?
No, it doesn't.
No.
To The Father.
Yeah.
A movie that you have not seen. And I will say this before I give you a little plot summary, that if you have not seen The Father, you must watch this movie before we talk about it, because we're going to spoil it for you. Don't read about it. Don't look it up. We watched it on SBS. I suggest that you watch this movie. It is Anthony Hopkins at his finest. Yeah, I thought he was good in Silence of the Lambs. This is... I don't know what you
I can't help it. I love doing it.
This is just the caliber of the acting here. Anyway, let me tell you about this film. You've been warned. Please watch the movie and come back and listen. The Father. 2020 it was made. Directed by Florian Zeller and starring Anthony Hopkins and Olivia Colman. It's a deeply moving psychological drama about memory, identity, and loss. Hopkins plays Anthony, an aging man struggling with dementia, while Colman portrays Anne, his devoted but emotionally exhausted daughter. As Anne tries to care for him, Anthony's grip on reality begins to fracture. People's faces change, time loops unpredictably, and even his own apartment transforms before his eyes. Told entirely from Anthony's disoriented perspective, the film immerses the audience in the confusion and fear of his deteriorating mind. Beneath its elegant structure lies a devastating study of love, dependency, and the slow unraveling of self. Hopkins' performance earned him the Academy Award for Best Actor, and Zeller's sensitive direction won Best Adapted Screenplay, cementing The Father, I think, as one of the most haunting and compassionate portrayals of dementia ever filmed. Now, I know you hadn't seen it. What did you think of it?
Shocking. Didn't like it one bit. Sorry. Didn't connect.
What?
Yeah. I thought you'd be surprised.
What?
I didn't. I'll tell you a couple of reasons, okay? I found it, this will sound simple, and I'll explain why. I found it repetitive. I found it badly cast. It's a great performance.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
I have tears coming to my eyes.
Really? Didn't resonate with me at all. It didn't land. It didn't. I just didn't enjoy it. I felt slow. I felt repetitive. I got it. It's dementia and sad, but to me, he's such a good actor. He's so badly cast.
Oh my God!
And I know he won Best Actor, but I couldn't get past it. I'm watching Anthony Hopkins, right? So to me, it was so put on.
Oh my! This is brilliant. Well, it's not brilliant actually. I'm so surprised. So surprised in so many ways.
I'm not putting this on either. I sat there. I was playing with my phone. It didn't grab. You know what I'm like, right? It needs to grab my heart and grab my soul.
I thought of anything.
Yeah.
Of any movie.
Really?
This would have been the one. I thought you'd be blubbering mess at the end of it. Were you crying at the end?
It was sad at the end. Yeah, it was a little bit sad at the end, but we lived it the whole way. I tell you who I felt sorry for. I felt so sorry for the daughter. I felt so sorry for Colman. Yeah, but no,
I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Don't be sorry. This is great for the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to hear other people's opinion on because I said to my wife,
who are you talking? He's fucking looking at the camera. Just talk to me.
Well, I spoke to my wife about it, and she loved it. She was blubbering. She was sort of watching next to me crying, and I'm like, what are you talking? He's got dementia. I mean, it's horribly sad, but he's going around and I don't know. The scene, for example, when he thought the daughter was almost like the nanny. I don't know if he was trying to hit on the nanny or what he was trying to do. And he says, I can dance, and he's doing all. It felt very put on. And when I feel like that, my body turns against it.
Do you know anyone? Have you ever met anyone with dementia? Anyone?
The closest I've got is one of my wife's girlfriend's fathers, now passed away, had dementia. So I heard a lot of stories about him.
Have you ever been in the company of somebody?
No.
So I think perhaps that's why it's not that I have actually. I mean, I have been around it and I've seen it.
You'll tell me about
and I don't want to talk about that specifically. It's because it's very, very personal to other people that might be listening.
You hit me up on a personal medical one. I want all there.
Your small penis.
The chemist with the Pepsi Max.
I don't want to joke around about that because, wow. So,
well, why did this film land with you? Was it because of your history?
No. I think I probably even saw this movie before then because this hit me in every emotional, vulnerable spot possible. I couldn't keep my eyes off Anthony Hopkins as I was so. It was so. I can't believe it. It was so sad. It was the most incredible depiction of somebody with going through memory loss, early onset, full onset dementia. His confusion. I mean, you say you saw Anthony Hopkins. I didn't see Anthony Hopkins, even though he was called Anthony.
Yeah, that was also bothered me too.
If you think of Anthony Hopkins from Silence of the Lambs, and then you see Anthony Hopkins in this as this kind of childlike figure who would have at one point probably lived in an apartment like he lived in, who has family, his mind is going, if not gone. The trauma that he feels, the confusion that he feels about the missing of his watch, and he can't remember. He doesn't recognize his daughter. He feels that people are trying to trap him. He sees things that are not there. He goes out of room. This is, as I said in the intro, probably the most accurate depiction of this horrible disease that's ever been portrayed on film.
It probably is, but in terms of is it a good film that I enjoyed sitting through? No, it wasn't. Was it a story of dementia? Yes, it was. And his aggression also made him, to me, an unappealing character. But I imagine in real life, that's what it would be like. That you would be unbelievably frustrated and why are you treating me? Here's your little blue pill. Why are you talking to me like the R word? You know, he says...
Like a retard. Why are you talking to me like a retard?
Yeah, why are you talking to me like a retard? Right? And then he says, I just want everyone to fuck off and just leave me alone. And so I imagine that the levels of frustration, but
these are these are the comorbidities. These are the things.
What did you say?
Comorbidity. So if you've got dementia, part of the comorbidity is aggression, is being overly aggressive, right? That's just.
I'm not saying it's not right. I just didn't enjoy watching it. It was a good depiction of it. It's a good depiction of it. But did I enjoy watching that film? Do I think it's a good movie? I couldn't. He didn't warm himself to me. I could not connect with him. I connected a little bit with Colman, but Olivia Colman. I mean, we just watched her in The Roses last year.
You think it was a good depiction of dementia? Yeah.
I think it was a good depiction of dementia.
Okay. Good, great, amazing depiction of what you would imagine dementia to be.
Well, yes. I mean, it's sad in that regard that he couldn't place anyone, and he was talking to someone. He's getting himself so confused, and he's screaming, "Leave me alone!" What he thinks is reality is not, because everything he said was Christian. He's running into the room and the lady says, I'm going to cook you the chicken. Hands the chicken to the fella. He's not there. He runs in. And to me, you
just don't get it. Because you've never had it in your life, maybe?
Maybe, yes. If I had someone with dementia, imagine I had someone with dementia that was close to me and I'd already lived that, then it would have stirred me up because it'd bring back personal memories.
Yes.
I imagine so. So have you ever had that? it would resonate.
I've not had it in any great way.
But it's the same as what happens with Dead Poet Society, right? We know in Dead Poet Society, the main character, Neil, commits suicide. And I have had exposure to that very close to home a couple of times. So it resonates. I've had no exposure in my personal life, really, to dementia. But if it had, it would bring back those stories. But even the characters here, I don't know why. Maybe because I haven't had exposure to it. Maybe I'm blabbering on, but it was okay. It was just okay. I certainly wouldn't watch it again.
Wow.
I certainly think he was miscast. He's too big a character to be playing that role.
I think this part was written for him.
Really? Well, everyone agrees with you because he won Best Film, right? I mean, he won Best Actor.
Based on a stage play, a French stage play.
He's the oldest winner of Best.
Yeah.
Is that coming out in the trivia?
Yeah.
You thought I'd be all over it, eh?
I thought you would be a blubbering mess at the end of this, and you would have gone, this is just haunting, this is so...
I'm just looking at my notes, and over I've written, found the movie slow, he's aggressive and rude, he's repeating himself, not a warm character, physically all there, felt very out, very put on, confused dementia. I love my mummy, he said, I put here, felt so staged. I wasn't convinced. I don't know why. You can see it over. I've written it 10 times. I'm just reading over my notes.
I want my mummy. Oh my God! Even saying you talk about that line, because he doesn't know who he is. Because when you have this disease, because when you have this disease, you don't know who you are. You've lost yourself. You've absolutely got no idea who anyone is. It's the cruelest disease out there.
Yeah.
And he regressed back to wanting his mummy.
Yeah, you're in the fetal position. He was gone, right? I mean, he was hugging that nurse at the end, and she says, "We'll go for a walk, and then we'll come back and eat." And
come on, Anthony.
Come on, he was a baby. He was
a baby.
It was circle of life. What I saw was the circle of life was that he'd obviously raised his daughter, and then in the end, and that's what's going to happen to all us. Age is let's not get too sad and morbid here.
Well, this is a sad and morbid. It's not morbid, but it's a very sad.
Very sad.
Where's your empathy here and your compassion for the empathy guy out of the two of us? What is it you're not...
I don't know. I can't tell you.
Because you've explained that you didn't like the way he was aggressive, and you didn't like some of the characters, which I think is what he was meant to be. He went from nice to angry and
very aggressive,
which is part of the disease, right?
Yes, I got that.
So they're actually acting and doing the right thing. That's what they're meant to be doing.
Yep.
For some reason, it's the movie itself you just don't to connect with.
I didn't connect with the topic because I have had no exposure to it.
Wow. Yeah.
I didn't connect with him. The ending was the best part of the film. Yes, I want my mummy because you got a real sense of he's fucked it. He does not know who to believe, and that confusion would hurt you.
And what about the way
what was conversations with those guys of it's your flat, it's not your flat, we're going to Paris, we're not going to Paris. I sat through 2 hours of it, and dare I say, right, and this will maybe I'll sound simple. It reminded me, you know what I'm going to say here? It reminded me of The Jewel, right?
The Jewel?
The Jewel, because that film could have been...
What's The Jewel?
Jewel that we did.
Oh, D-U-E-L.
D-U-E-L.
Oh, my God.
Because it reminded me of that. This film could have been half an hour.
I can take my glasses off again.
It could have been half an hour, this film. For 2 hours, I got it. He had dementia. It's a bad way. He was lost. He didn't know who to trust. He didn't know who to believe. But they proved it again and proved it again and proved it again. So I was watching conversations, and because I was with it, I'm thinking, I don't need to see it again. I don't need to see it again. So I didn't have that finite attention to detail to it. It just, you can't hit a home run every time, Robbie, with the bits you've given me. So. And you want me to carry the podcast, I reckon, with this one. You thought I'm carrying it for the wrong reasons.
I thought. Well, anyway, that's fine. It's totally fine, and you've explained really well why you don't like it, and that's fine. I'm just so surprised. I really am surprised. But I think
that's why we don't plan. That's why we want natural reactions.
I think the most important part. I think the reason why, and maybe this is a bigger discussion. I'm going to use the word sheltered, right? And I don't mean it in a patronising way, but because you've been obviously fairly fortunate in your life, maybe with not seeing these kind of things and people with mental health issues or
So just to correct you, I wouldn't say the word sheltered. I'd say exposed.
Okay, fine.
Sheltered means that I've lived a a life that away from that. No one picks and chooses this, right? So I haven't been exposed to it.
I wonder if... excuse me. Okay, fine. You haven't been exposed. I wonder if anyone else that hasn't been exposed to this that has watched it. I mean, you said your wife. Has she been exposed to...
No, she hasn't, but she's got... sounds a bit creepy. She has a thing for old men. She's got a soft spot. If she saw two people crying, one was an old lady and one was an old man, she always feel sorry for the old man, not the old lady, right? And that's why she connects, because he's an old man, but to me he doesn't look like an old man. He looks super strong. He didn't look brittle.
What about The Notebook? You love The Notebook, but yes?
Yeah, I did love The Notebook.
And that was about the lady that had dementia.
Yeah, but I took it. I didn't think of it. Yes, that's one element. That's one element of that. Me, I took that much more through the love story piece of the Ryan Gosling part, as opposed to the storytelling of the two older characters. Mm. You're stumped here, aren't you? And I'm not meaning to. I'm not trying to be clever.
No, I know. I'm just
trying to have a look what else I wrote. I mean, it was.
But can we talk about something else in relation to? This is not necessarily mental health, but aging, the issues that come along with aging.
Oh, look, what I've written here is that probably the worst part about this illness is that it takes two lives. In this instance, it takes two lives. It doesn't take one. It totally destroys the daughter's life. She can't go away and do anything. She can't go away. And this happens...
this is such a common thing.
Well, it's a common thing.
It takes more than just...
My father passed away 3 or 4 years ago, right? And what that changed the whole dynamic of my mother, who's left behind, right? Of we want to make sure that she's looked after and she's okay and that someone's around always to look after her. Now, for 61 years, she didn't need that because she was with my dad, right? So when someone passes and there's a widow or there's a disease like this, I felt much more sorry for Olivia Colman than I did for Anthony Hopkins.
Oh, look, that's a good conversation because the carer is always. And no
one seems to give a shit about the carer, right? Because she's under this obligation. It's her father, right?
What do you mean no one gives a... So she wasn't actually there, though. I don't actually think Olivia Colman is the daughter.
Oh, you think she was real either? Because I was wondering who's really...
No, I think Olivia Colman is the daughter. But she's in Paris. And I think actually the entire thing was set in his head.
Oh, so he wasn't talking to anyone now, you reckon?
Oh, maybe she'd come to visit.
That wasn't clear to me either, whether he'd gone, because I kept saying, oh no, she left 5 months ago. Oh no, I'm going or not.
Okay, your confusion is exactly what the director was trying to get.
Yeah, because he wants you to feel like he was feeling.
Correct. Yeah, so all this confusion that you're not sure about, is he real? Is that real? Is the chicken real? Is he in the hospital, not in the hospital? Why is he getting out? What lost his watch again? All that is meant to disorientate the viewer.
Yes, that's true.
And so we've talked about the way that, from that side of things, the way that his flat, and did you notice the paintings were coming off the wall at certain points, and little bits and pieces were being removed?
Well, the room was changing, it was different flats the whole time, everything was happening all the time. So it's supposed to give you, you're supposed to feel disorientated.
Discombobulated.
Yeah.
So it was doing all that. So it was making, so what you're feeling, so maybe if you think about that, what you're feeling about how you didn't enjoy it, it was weird and didn't make sense, and he was angry, maybe that's what you're meant to feel with this.
Yes, well, potentially.
Take a step back and think, fuck, okay, if I feel like this...
You wanted me to feel sorry for him.
No.
The reaction that they wanted is probably the reaction they got out of me, which was... I couldn't land because it was hard to follow the story because he didn't know what was true, but maybe that's the feeling that he wants me to have.
Yeah, maybe it is. I'm confused about what's going on here.
Yeah, maybe.
And maybe that's what he was trying to get across.
Did you feel like that during the show?
Yes, I did.
Because I was certain Anne Coleman was alive. Right. The daughter was her, and she was the only real one. I didn't trust anyone else.
I think the housekeeper that he was kind of flirting with and then turned, I think that was his dead daughter that he was reimagining as the nurse.
Right.
So
he kept saying she looks like so-and-so.
So the first time I watched it would have been 4 or 5 years ago. Then I watched it again and I couldn't remember. And I stopped myself looking at who was real, who was not real. So and I was working and watching again, and I had to stop working. I just had to stop working and watch this. Yeah. And I'm a fucking blubbering mess.
Were you really?
Again.
Really?
It just got me. Because his performance was just outstanding. And
Yeah, well, it is. I mean, it's made for a one-person performance, but he's too big a character. I saw Legends of the Fall and Silence of the Lambs and all these other roles, and that voice is so distinguished.
And I know you don't like talking about actors acting, but what a difference to him in Silence of the Lambs or Legends of the Fall to this character.
And
Did you not like...
No, not with the voice. No, I couldn't see past it.
Did you not like the fact that he was playing this weak character?
No, he wasn't weak at all. He drove me mad. He was too aggressive. I want a guy like that to have been... And again, maybe because I'm not exposed to dementia, right? Maybe that's the one. The one bit that landed was when he was frustrated. Don't treat me like a retard with the blue pill, or I just want you all to go away.
Can we go back to the bits where you don't like Anthony Hopkins being angry as the character? I'm trying to understand if you don't like him as the character, you don't like him as the actor. What is it you don't like? What is not landing with you with Anthony Hopkins? Why can't you see
I couldn't see I didn't see... Okay, this is the best way I can word it. When I saw him, I thought, this is Anthony Hopkins trying to play a guy with dementia. I didn't think this is a guy with dementia that happens to be Anthony Hopkins acting. Because you said you didn't see Anthony Hopkins, right? When I see Denzel play a role, or Harrison Ford, or Tom Cruise, or one of these actors, sometimes you see them and sometimes you just forget and it rolls into one. Here, I just thought the whole time I'm watching Anthony.
Well,
especially when he's doing that dancing, I thought, oh, this is...
Oh, dear.
Didn't do anything for me.
I saw this as Anthony Hopkins with dementia.
Well, then,
and maybe that's why they kept his name as Anthony, because he is such a big figure, big celebrity, A-lister.
That would be the number one. That would be the first question if I had to the director. Of all the names in the world, why did you keep it as his name?
I think because exactly that. You're meant to look at Anthony Hopkins and think to yourself, Jesus, Anthony Hopkins is actually going through this disease. He's got dementia.
I don't know what to tell you, Robbie.
No, okay.
I've read all my notes. I can read it to you twice.
You can read it to me twice. No, that's okay. All right. So we've talked about
I've written here, didn't feel sad for him at all, needed a no-name actor. Deterioration of the character getting worse.
I just don't think he would have hit with a no-name actor.
Well, they wouldn't have got the funding they did. Sir Anthony Hopkins funds it. He goes on. I mean, he's a colossus. Right?
Well, and some great names in here. We've got Sir Anthony Hopkins. We've got Olivia Colman as Anne, Sarah Sinclair, Rufus Sewell. Actually, pretty Imogen Poots, Olivia Williams. Anyway, most people don't know who these people are. I tell you what. Okay. That was okay. I'm surprised at that, but what was it? 2020. This movie. Why don't we just head into?
When you say 2020, it was released in 2021.
Released in 2021. I've got here 2020. All right, listen. It's time for Rolling Reminiscences.
Okay, so it's not too long ago, 2021, but I'm going to take us back a little bit to some of these things. So excuse me for reading down on my page, but a couple of things happened in the world. And the big one was COVID, right? So that changed everyone. This didn't miss anyone, whether you're from Tasmania, Belgium, New York City, the whole world experienced COVID.
Where did it start?
In Hua Hin?
Hua Hin in Thailand.
Yeah, Hua Hin in Thailand on the other side of Phuket.
Was it Wu-Tang?
Yes, and everyone says that it came from one animal down to the other animal.
I don't think it was Wu-Tang.
What?
I don't think it was Wu-Tang.
What is it?
Come on, you tell us. You're ground zero. You're running around.
Okay, so, COVID changed the world.
From China.
Well, I'll get to...
I want you to tell us where it's from.
What's that?
I want you to tell us where it originated from.
I'll let you Google that as I'm going through the other main points. But it changed the way that we worked. Hybrid working, I mean, we've all worked in our offices for the last 20, 30 years. Now there's hybrid working from home. There's still to this day working from home policies and those sorts of things. But, a couple of things that happened in the world. The Olympic Games were supposed to run in 2020 and they got moved to the Japanese Olympic Games to 2021. It's one of the only times in history the Olympic Games have moved outside war times. The other thing that occurred, January 6th on Capitol Hill. Now this is a major thing that happened. Donald Trump, the now president of the United States, was
He was still president.
He is, but he wasn't president at the time because he said, if you don't believe in Joe Biden, then go and stand up and
storm the hills.
Storm the hills.
Storm the hills. They did.
Incited a riot. I mean, how he didn't get in trouble for that?
What about lots of people were arrested? Any news on the people that were arrested? Did they get let out? Pardoned?
Well, they eventually got pardoned because when Trump got in the second time, that we know is the 45th and the 47th president. As the 47th president, he let out
potentially the 48th.
Well, I've actually been told how he can do it. Do you know how he can do it?
Tell me.
J.D. Vance could run as president. He runs as vice president. And then J.D. says once he's president, she's out of here, and he goes straight into presidency. So he can do it.
Are you sure?
It's a loophole. He can't run for the Republican lead again and become president, but he can be a vice president, and then he can fake an illness. Now, they're not going to do it, but J.D. Vance and their son, you never know with these Trumps. And at the moment, who would argue? A couple of things. So Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe, if you want to entertain yourselves outside this podcast, just YouTube funny Joe Biden moments. So that was something.
It's impossible to entertain yourself outside this podcast room.
Very true. Facebook. So in the commercial world, Facebook changed their name to Meta, which was big. Tesla. So the first electronic car became a $1 trillion company and valuation.
You're going to do this when you do that. What's your pinky? 1 trillion.
Well, that I won't get to say. I won't do two fingers, but it's certainly, well, you can do that. You can do that. You can do, it's $2 trillion. $1 trillion.
You're mumbling this one.
I'm mumbling this one. In terms of movies, the best movie was won by Nomad Land. So we'll have to review that.
Well,
you see that?
I started watching it the other day, but I found it really slow. I think it's meant to be, but it's pretty slow.
Oh, it's a bit like The Father. Okay. The best actor in a lead role in 2021 was Sir Anthony Hopkins. It suits to put it on this podcast.
But the Aussie knows better.
But the Aussie with 9 followers knows better. In the sporting arena, being an Australian, Ash Barty, the wonderful Ash Barty, won Wimbledon, and the ageless Tom Brady at 43 won the Super Bowl with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So they were some sporting highlights.
Was he still married to Giselle at the time?
He would have been still married to Giselle. So he's now on $350 million to commentate games. So
I think it was Wuhan, by the way. Was it Wuhan? The Wuhan?
Wuhan.
Yeah. Is that right?
The China virus.
China. All from China. Whoa.
So that takes you back. So Rowan reminisces, and I'm happy to, we'll run this segment different ways, right? Sometimes if there's no highlights, I'll just scoot through. Sometimes if there's one big one, we'll labour that point a little bit more. But trivia time would be a nice touch now, I reckon.
It's trivia time. Budget $6 million, made $36 million. Awards, as we've talked about. At the 93rd Academy Awards, The Father received 6 nominations, including Best Picture. Anthony won for Best Actor, and Zeller and Hampton won Best Adapted Screenplay. Since then, it has been cited as one of the best films of the 2020s and the 21st century.
You can look at me all you want. 6 million... Box office. Sure. This is Robbie. 36 million in the box office is garbage. That's a fail. Sorry, that's a fail, isn't it? I felt guilty the whole time, and I've just been validated.
I'm embarrassed.
36 million in the box office, seriously?
I'm embarrassed.
I could make that by night time.
It's the funniest thing you've said.
Go on.
200 episodes. Sir Anthony Hopkins won the Best Actor Academy Award at age 83, which made him the eldest winner of an acting Oscar, beating the previous record set by Christopher Plummer, who had won the Best Supporting Actor Oscar at the age of 82 for
All the Money in the World.
Beginners in 2010. The record for oldest actor to win an Oscar for a lead role was previously held by
Christopher Plummer.
Jessica Tandy, who was 80 when she won for
Don't know.
Driving Miss Daisy.
Oh, I was going to say that. I thought it too obvious.
1989.
We first saw Morgan.
I'm going to cry here.
Are you really crying over this film?
Yeah. In the final scene.
Listen, this is the power of movies. What's happening here is the power of movies because it hits a nerve. And this is what we have argued about for 200 films. If it doesn't land with you like Stand By Me, then it's just colour and noise and people on a screen. But if there's a connection, and there's obviously a connection with you, because to find you crying is bloody hard way.
I've got a cold, you numpty.
No,
in the final scene, Is that
Be
dust?
open, be
It's very
open.
dusty in here.
No way.
In the final scene, when Anthony breaks down and starts crying for his mummy, the entire crew was reportedly reduced to tears. There are no close-ups of Olivia Williams, the nurse, during his entire monologue because she herself couldn't stop crying during the scene. Heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking.
Yeah.
You're a monster. You're actually a monster. I mean, how times have changed. In order to better convey the experience of fading memory to the audience for the original stage play, Le Palais, as the drama progressed, items such as furniture would gradually be removed from the stage until by the end of the play the setting would essentially be bare, but for the actors. And we talked about for the film adaptation Anthony's flat, his daughter Anne's flat actually, and the residential care home he ultimately occupies all play out in the very same space within permanent architecture. I won't go through the bits and pieces that were removed. And finally, Sir Anthony Hopkins. Was that like a thank God? Fucking cackle away, you brute.
Yeah.
And finally, Sir Anthony Hopkins was so sure that he was going to lose the 2020 Best Actor Oscar to the late Chadwick Boseman that he didn't attend the awards, opting to stay in his native Wales. He reportedly asked the producers to make an appearance via Zoom, but the producers declined the offer. Against tradition, the Best Actor Award winner was announced last after the awarding of the Best Picture winner. The show's producers later admitted that this was done because they were also expecting Boseman to win and wanted the ceremonies to end with his family tearfully accepting the award. Hopkins had even gone to bed early, missing the announcement that he had won.
You really believe that?
Well, the guy's 82.
No chance. That's arrogance. You reckon he's up for Best Actor in a leading role? He's worked on this for 2 years.
Anthony Hopkins.
And he just said, you know what's nothing on tonight. Nothing. My life's work. No, I'll go to bed.
83 or 82.
This is self-indulgent.
Announcer Joaquin Phoenix accepted the award on his behalf after waking up and hearing the news. Hopkins quickly released an acceptance speech on Instagram in which he admitted that he really did not expect this and paid tribute to
And yet he had
Boseman.
it ready to go.
Wrap it up, son. You've done yourself no favours in this podcast. Give us a rating.
I must have missed a trick with this one. I'm giving this. I'm too scared to tell you the number. I'll give it a high just because I don't want.
Don't be a total sellout. Give us your real number.
Oh, this is 1.5 out of 5. I didn't like it. I didn't land. It's not garbage. Garbage is the wrong word. It didn't land with me. It's a very sad and awful disease, and please God, no one's exposed to it. He was badly cast, slow, repetitive.
Glasses are going on for the film.
I just didn't enjoy it, and I won't watch it again. 1.5 out of 5.
Oh my Lord. Okay, The Father is an extraordinary achievement in filmmaking, elegant, harrowing, and profoundly humane. Another mesmerising performance from Anthony Hopkins. Rather than observing decline from the outside, the film immerses us inside it. The Father stands as one of the most powerful depictions of aging and loss ever captured on screen. I'm welling up at the very thought. This is a 5 out of 5 movie for me. Absolutely 5 out of 5.
Are you serious?
I was going to give it a 4.9.
You're joking.
This is a 5 out of 5 movie every single time.
Oh, God. Let's end this show. 5 out of 5. Seriously?
No question.
I'm going to find people. Leave it with me. I'm going to get to the bottom of why it's a 5 out of 5. Because it ain't the movie. There's more to tell in this story.
Well,
there is more to tell.
Why don't you do one of your famous polls?
Don't be a smart ass.
Well, I mean, let's see. I reckon you're going to get absolute pelters from this. I think it's going to.
There's more risk at this one than your old mate, the Jewel and Interstellar, and crap like that. There's no doubt. Because this one, maybe I did miss a trick. Maybe.
How did you make it to this seat here? Honestly, have you made it to season 3?
Hey,
how have you made it to season 3?
I don't know. You can't give it away.
Cackling away. All right, I'll tell you what.
Go.
You need to go and give yourself a fucking talking to and a bit of a spanking.
All right.
And maybe go and visit a dementia ward. Seriously, and get yourself exposed to what happens out there in the real life, because it's a fucking horrible disease.
Exposed, right?
It is harrowing, and I cannot recommend this highly enough. Look, let's leave in a high.
We haven't had one like these for a while. It's good. I enjoy it. And the role reversal also.
We've never had such a huge disparity in
scoring,
in ratings.
Yeah.
There you go. This is it. This is why we're here.
Lucky
this is why we do
one.
it.
I've never given under 1, but I was close. I can tell you. But I think we'll leave it there. I made my point, and you've made yours. But for now, thanks for listening.
Until next time.